Hello, friends. Welcome to our Gentle Babies class. This class is based off of the book Gentle Babies, written by Deborah Starkey. So the information that we are going to be seeing is going to be her words, and then, of course, our Young Living things added in. So I'm Lucinda White, and I've been with Young Living for a little over probably about 14 months. My rank currently is Senior Star. And not because of my age, it's because I've earned that rank. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go get ahead and get started with our presentation of Gentle Babies. And we are also going to be joined tonight by Haley, and she's going to be teaching part of this class also. So Gentle Babies, this is going to be a class on essential oils and natural remedies for pregnancy, childbirth, infants, and young children. So the opinions expressed in this presentation are solely my own, meaning Deborah Starkey's, and do not express the views or opinions of Young Living. Young Living does not endorse, is not responsible for, and makes no representations or warranties regarding such content of it or its accuracy. We encourage you to verify the explanations of opinions presented. Young Living shall not be liable for any harm resulting from or in connection with the reliance on any such content. The information shared within this presentation is for educational purposes only and not meant to diagnose, mitigate, or cure any disease or health concern. If you do have any of those, we suggest you check with your primary care physician. Why Young Living, you might ask? Well, there are 3 pillars of the seed to seal process, which guarantees every essential oil and oil-infused supplements are as pure and potent as nature intended. This verifies authenticity of species and ensures efficacy of every bottle of essential oil. Thousands of acres of aromatic farms, independent test labs verify quality. Founder has 30 plus years of experience, and over 4 million households use Young Living products, and 4 million people can't be wrong. Pregnancy and childbirth. Pregnancy is a time of rejoicing, also a time of planning. There are conventional therapies for common occurrences. Many may cause problems, and many look for natural products. For your occasional nausea, morning sickness, high blood pressure, the emotional roller coaster you're on, regulating hormones. But it's also a time for, you might have complications that sit in or side effects to the unborn child. So we want to help you ensure that you're going to get items taken care of. You're going to keep your immune system healthy when you can't get a good night's sleep or you just can't relax. So there are a lot of things that Young Living can help support during your pregnancy and childbirth. How do you use the essential oils that are pure and authentic? You can diffuse them in a diffuser. You can also wear them topically. You can put them in a bath. And back to diffusing or smelling, you can also put them in your hands, a couple drops, cup them, rub them, and cup them over your nose and inhale. You can inhale them straight out of the bottle. You can use oils with in a massage, put a couple drops in a massage oil. You can use them in ointments, creams, or salves. You can ingest in veggie capsules, depends on the brand that you have. You can also use oils in your food preparation or your household cleaning. And we will go into that a little bit further, but if you are pregnant or have young kids, and a brand new baby, you might want to consider going to a toxic-free home, and Young Living can help you with that also. Any precautions for use? Absolutely. You want to avoid citrus oils topically or sun-exposed skin, because the citrus oils are really potent and really strong. Little bit goes a long way. As here you can see, dilution for infants is 1 drop of oil to 30 drops of a carrier oil. Carrier oils can be almond oil, olive oil, Young Living's V6 oil, jojoba oil, coconut are all good choices. If it sees something that says neat, that means undiluted. People who have a lifetime of toxic exposure should start slowly with these oils or products. If a rash occurs or some other side effect of it, Wash the area with soap and water and top with a carrier oil. You don't want to just use plain water. It doesn't help it condition, but use a carrier oil to help dilute it a little bit and just gently get it off. So you want to review any possible chemical and toxic containing home products and switch, like we said, to chemical-free products. Okay. Oils to use with caution. There are a few oils that you want to use with caution. There's a lot of books that explain all of this, you know, plants to use, plants not to use, including one specific to essential oil usage. So we suggest that you do your research and use what's right for you. So many books list basil, birch, calamus, cassia, clary sage, cinnamon, hyssop, Idaho tansy, lavandina, a hybrid lavender, rosemary, sage, and tarragon. There is no need to fear using young living essential oils, excuse me there. So why are some oils listed to avoid? Some of them can cause skin sensitivity, even when diluted. Others may cause contractions. So if you're really close to, you know, you're in that month where you're getting ready, possibly, but we don't want to send you into any premature labor because you've used an oil, you know, not meant for your condition, or you used it wrong. So like we said, do your research. Any oils to avoid? Yes, we're going to keep on going with that. So like we said, it depends on the book or the resource that you have, the brand that you choose, and the usage as to whether an oil is listed to use cautiously or to avoid. In most instances, it would take 1/2 to an ounce of an oil to cause harm in a child. Education is the key. We don't know everything here. We're just sharing this information with you, and proper guidelines to follow also. Each mom's body's chemistry and tolerance level is different. My tolerance level might be different from Haley's, who's going to share some stuff later about the program. So what we want to do is we want to start by choosing oils that are acceptable to use. How much is too much when you're using an oil? This screen shows on the right, you know, basil, and it gives you the milliliters that would be too much to use. And that information was taken from the Aromatherapy by Jane Buckle in 2003. I'm sure it still pertains to today's because these oils haven't changed. So you do need to have a negative response, you have to ingest an awful lot of it. That's why with young children and infants, we suggest that you keep the oils out of their reach. There are some that are safe for them, the KidSense line, because it's pre-diluted, but not for ingesting. So essential oil human testing, there is none. Isn't that awesome? They don't test on humans. FDA randomized double-blind controlled human trials using oils on pregnant or nursing women, babies, and children it's highly unethical. Why would you want to test on something if you're not exactly sure what it's going to do? So there is information out there about anecdotal and testimonial. So, you know, do your research, look it up. While studies and case reports from clinicians, naturopathic practitioners, aromatherapists, etc., provide valuable insight. I really like being in this young living lifestyle, and I am past my child rearing days, but some of these oils that are in here tonight, I wish they were around when I was of childbearing age. You know, most of herbal and essential oil research is done on various plant constituents and not the whole plant for real life issues. Much research is done with mice or rats. So yes, you want to look it up, and if it's something you're not comfortable with, then we just say don't use the product. Use what you're comfortable with and use your wisdom. 3 most common essential oils that come under fire are wintergreen, eucalyptus, and peppermint. These are considered hot oils. As you can see on the screen, wintergreen is composed largely of 98% methyl salicylate, if I pronounced that right, sorry if I didn't, which is often called nature's aspirin. It is very powerful, anti-inflammatory, and a blood thinner. So just a little bit goes a long way. That's one of the reasons if you have wintergreen, it comes with a safety cap, which makes it harder to get undone for kids, you know, or people who shouldn't do it. Wintergreen is also used in food flavorings, but at extremely low and safe levels. I love wintergreen. I love wintergreen gum, but the amount that goes in that is extremely small. So several Young Living oil blends contain wintergreen, and they can be considered safe for topical use in adults. Now, if I was to use wintergreen, I would probably be diluting it to a comfortable level. Eucalyptus, the main constituent is 1.8 cineol, ranging from 62 to 92%. So that's pretty high. So once again, this is an oil that you want to use with caution. It does smell wonderful. I use this in my diffuser when I am working out on my treadmill. I put the eucalyptus in there along with a couple drops of lavender and some, oh, sorry, just lost my train of that. RC, which is meant for breathing, and it helps keep my lungs comfortable at a comfortable level when I'm on that treadmill. So lots of different things to do. And the other one that to use with caution is peppermint. Peppermint's great in your tea. It's great for, I use it on my daughter as a fever reducer down her spine, but we dilute it because peppermint can feel like it's burning your skin, and we want you to be safe. So only a few drops are ever needed, even if that much. So if you are using peppermint for like in your tea or cooking, you want to do what they call a toothpick swirl. You dip the toothpick in the bottle, just get that, and then just swirl it around. When I first started using peppermint, I said, okay, a couple drops in my water. It was so strong, I had to dilute that water 3 times to get it at a comfortable level to ingest. So safety questions. Do synthetic perfumes contain warnings against use when pregnant? Absolutely. Can you use an air freshener in the home when pregnant? You can, but we want you to be safe. So the answer on all of these questions is the answer is lack of knowledge, which creates fear. So like we said, do your research on any of the oils or Young Living products. There's a lot of information out there, way too much to put in here. We want you to be safe, and being safe, most likely when you're pregnant and having young kids, is going to a toxic-free home. So there are oils that you can use with ease. Just because an oil is not listed on this massive list does not mean you can't use it. This is just a partial list of the ones most health professionals, midwives, and doulas will list as okay to use. As you can see, there's chamomile. Chamomile is great in tea. Frankincense I use to help contain some of the pain in my legs at night. Ginger, I take a drop of that in my Ningxia every morning. Lavender is one of my favorite oils. Lemon, I love in water, but when I first started with Young Living, I overdid it on the lemon. I had like 5 drops in a water bottle 5 times a day. Not a good thing, but I lived and learned. So now it's just like 1 drop, and then I keep adding to the water all day, so it gets diluted a little bit more. But use your knowledge on this, do some research. You're also going to see in tonight's presentation down here on the right that oils have different labels. There's a colored label, and there's also a white label. The white labels come from what they call their Vitality line, which are totally safe to ingest. But you might be asking why the 2 different label colors. FDA regulations state that they cannot label a product for topical and internal on the same bottle. So if you have a larger bottle of, say, like lemon, which is the yellow label, and your smaller white labeled lemon runs out, you can take the big one because it's the exact same oil. So on this screen, it's saying fragrance oils versus essential oils. Fragrance are synthetic. They may contain, I'm not going to even pronounce that word, but you guys can see that. They can disrupt your hormone activity. Some may clog and confuse your receptor sites. Many have negative side effects. Essential oils are clean receptor sites. They maintain wellness. They support wellness in your body, and there's no negative side effects if used correctly, which is awesome. So are there toxins in your home? You bet you. I've gone to almost a total toxic-free home. I still have a few items around that I use for my daughter just because of her medical needs and the cost of products. So I'm slowly switching over, and there's very few items that I have in my home. Since starting, I have not bought shampoo in the store. I have not bought laundry detergent. I have not bought a cleaner. Young Living has you covered. In this next slide, home cleaners are a big culprit of toxins. As you can see here, 787 women with breast cancer, 51% reported the use of chemical home cleaning products. Here's the website that you can go and look up that for. And what that does, you might say, okay, well, they've only used it a little bit, but over the period of time, it slowly builds up in your body and it slowly builds up. So someone in my age, I'm 62 and I'll share that with you. Using cleaners on my own, probably for 40 plus years, there's a lot of buildup that has happened. So we're slowly getting that out. And the longer you've used stuff, the longer it may take your body to respond to living healthy and getting rid of all those chemicals. There are 44 known health problems associated with using toxins in the home. Way too many to list here, but once again, you can see this website. If you need to take a screenshot so you can have access to that website later on, feel free. So pregnant women more at risk for problems. There's risk for birth defects. BeyondPesticides.org. There is so much information out there. So like we were saying, toxic in the home, but you know, Young Living has this line called Thieves. This product is so versatile. This cleaning bottle, you can make upwards of 30 bottles, of cleaning in a 16-ounce bottle. Young Living's products are extremely concentrated, so a little bit goes a long way. I know some people have stated that, you know, a bottle of shampoo or conditioner might last them 6 months because that's how concentrated it is. You know, we've learned tricks. You can dilute stuff. I love diluting the dish soap. I get 2 bottles out of 1. The hand soap, I usually get 3 bottles of hand soap out of 1 bottle of product. So let's continue on. There's a lot of information and we're going to try to get it all in. So during your pregnancy, if you are pregnant or if you're listening, you want to share this information with somebody, you want to immediately switch or as quickly as you can to a chemical-free household. You want to pick the oil and application method right for your situation. Clary Sage, they suggest you do not use towards the end of your till the end of labor upon advice of a caregiver. Clary Sage is very calming and soothing for the mother at the end stages of labor because it helps with support contractions. So if you were using this during labor, you would want to apply it over your lower abdomen. Or will you choose conventional medications with multiple side effects? Like I said, I so wish I knew of oils when I was pregnant with my kids. So like we said, you know, you're going to use your common sense, your gut, and your mother's instinct that you're about to be, and you will have it for your wonderful pregnancy and birth experience. Pregnancy tips. If you are not already using essential oils, now is not the time to experiment. Switch your home over to the Young Living home cleaning and personal care products first. Other than occasional morning sickness and common nausea, essential oils are not generally needed the first trimester. We want to help you maintain your proper blood sugar, and you can do that by eating a healthy, nutrition-rich diet. Stay away from sugar and sugar-laden products. You want to refrain from straining during occasional constipation. So with that, we suggest, you know, support that issue with a fiber-rich diet. Lots of healthy veggie drinks, leafy green vegetables. Also begin by educating yourself about Young Living essential oils and their products in the home. A diffuser is a great place to begin. I love diffusing. Oh, and here's 2 of my favorites on here, Stress Away and Peace and Calming together. Great, great combination. I just went back to school. I'm a paraeducator in the local school. Today was my first day back with students in the classroom. First thing I did about 20 minutes after I got home, I set up my diffuser, and I'm actually diffusing lemongrass and a little bit of Valor in it. Wonderful scents. So keep calm. Don't worry. There's things that can support you in all aspects of it. Aroma Life, you can put 1 to 2 drops over your heart and on your inner wrist to calm occasional stress. You can also inhale it. Ylang Ylang, this is so awesome. It's so it's fragrant. They also suggest this in the bedroom if you need to when it's time to have another baby. You know, you can apply 1 to 2 drops over your heart on your inner wrist again. Ningxia Red, this is so good. I drink this 4 to 6 ounces a day. This would be one if you haven't already started to take care of your health when you find out you're pregnant. This is one that you can start to incorporate into your daily routine. You know, if you're unsure of it, just start slow. I don't truly know the benefits of this and what it does for my body, but I can tell you when I don't have it, that's when I know, man, I'm just feeling really tired and not with it. And I'm like, you know what? You haven't had all of your Ningxia today. Lavender, awesome, awesome oil. I use this in my diffuser at night, along with a little bit of vanilla sometimes, or you experiment. That's the one great thing about your diffusers. If you have an assortment of oils, you can certainly experiment and come up with a combination that you like. Are you going to get an occasional cough when you're pregnant or nursing? Absolutely, you probably will. Young Living can help you support some items in that too. They have Thieves cough drops, which are based on the Thieves line. Lemon Vitality, like we said, just 1 or 2 drops, or even just like a toothpick swirl if you're not used to it. Inner Defense, I take in the morning as one of my supplements. It helps support your respiratory system. Lemon and myrtle, you can diffuse several drops of either or both, about 15 to 20 minutes, several times a day to freshen the air. And then Breathe Again. This is one of Young Living's pre-made roll-ons. These are great to take on the go. If you don't want to bring the oil bottle, bring the roll-on, which has your carrier oil and the specific oil already in it. So there's so much great information. And if you feel like we've gone too quickly or you missed some, you can always look up the book Gentle Babies and research it a little bit further. There's a ton of digestion helpers. Young Living has over 600 products, so way too many to list here. But on this screen, there's Alkaline, Ginger Vitality, Digest Vitality is also another one that I use every day. Life9 Probiotic, I take that at night. It helps maintain your proper bowel function, which you really want to do when you're pregnant. It gives you the good gut flora in your colon to help things move along the way they're supposed to be. Also on the screen, it says, yes, both Digest Vitality and Thieves Oil Blend found in the breath mints contain essential oils suggested to avoid by some aromatherapists, but you get to decide whether or not that they're proper for you to use. You know, just a little bit, and it'll help. You don't have to overdo it, which we highly suggest you don't overdo these until your body is familiar with the oils. More digestion helpers are Comfort Tone. This is great to help with the minor constipation if that exists. Balance Complete. This is a protein type powder that you can take with 8 to 10 ounces of cold water between meals if hungry, but it's not intended to be as a meal replacement. You can also take Balance Complete with milk of your choice. I'm dairy free, so I've used this with almond milk. Some people use it with coconut milk or oat milk. So lots of suggestions to help you. There's even more digestion helpers. Essential Zyme. I take Essential Zyme 4, but I take that at night. So many different items. And if there's a product on here, do your research on it. You know, that's what Young Living is there. They're there to help you. There's so many resources on their website. So we're going to do a couple of the oils. Aroma Ease. This is one that I'm not familiar with, but here it's saying that, you know, it can help combat feelings of mild nausea and morning sickness. My morning sickness with my youngest, who's now 23, so not really young, it was more so at night because I was still working full time when I was pregnant with her. You know, I would take care of kids in the nursery at a bowling center, and last thing I wanted to do at night while watching other people's kids was to have that morning sickness. So I wish I had this. So this one's suggesting you know, put a couple drops in your hands, rub them together, and then cup them over your nose and smell. So we are now going to have Miss Haley join us, and she's going to continue on with some more products and finish out our presentation tonight for you.
Thank you, Lucinda. So we're going to go ahead and keep going on with our different essential oils here. So first off, we've got our peppermint essential oil. So some of the benefits that this oil has is it's energizing. If you have mild nausea and occasional morning sickness, it can help to relieve that as well. There's 3 amazing uses for the oil, which is aromically, and you can smell directly from the bottle, or you can put it into a tissue. I haven't heard that one. And or topically over the stomach, temples, or the back of the neck. And it does have a strong scent to it. So some report drop some report drop in milk supply. Use caution about infants. And we will go a little bit more into this. It does go and decrease, or it is an oil you would use to decrease your milk supply. Peppermint vitality. So as Lucinda mentioned before, there is the regular oils that we'd have, as well as a vitality line. One's able to be ingested, the other is not in some cases, but as she mentioned, they are the same oils. So some of the benefits of those is it can aid in digestion. You can do it 1 drop on the tongue, and some report that a drop in milk supply. So use sparingly when nursing. Gentle Baby Essential Oil Blend. So this is a Young Living blend, and the benefits of this particular oil is it reduces the appearance of pregnancy stretch marks. And aren't we all looking for something else besides just our regular coconut oil and shea oils to go and get rid of those stretch marks? And actually, you can go and use that together because you want to dilute it 50-50 you do want to dilute that, and you can go and put it all over your stomach. And then when you're going and using it for babies, you do want to do a 50-50 for a baby massage. And then there is a varied uses. You can use it aromatically, topically. You can diffuse it or direct inhale or inhale directly. And for topically, you can go and add it to your lotions or ointments over your pregnant belly or in the umbilical cord stump.
That is really interesting. This is one that I use on my 23-year-old special needs daughter. It is so gentle. It's awesome in a diffuser at night with a little bit of lavender. And I even done this in my bedroom at night with it.
Next up, we have frankincense. So frankincense, it is an ancient wisdom and it is used for modern uses. It's a fresh, woody, slightly spicy and fruity aroma. You can try frankincense in diffusers and lotions. You can use it aromatically in your diffuser or direct inhaling or inhale directly, goodness, as well as topically, again, adding it to your lotions, ointments, and to the umbilical cord stump. And as Lucinda mentioned, when they do say neat, that is an undiluted oil, so you can just apply that directly. And as for this, we have Boswellia saccharia is an exclusive from Omen for Young Living. It's also for tension, labor, pre-anemia, and for the umbilical cord, and one of the most researched essential oils out there. I mean, you all know or in the Bible, it mentions frankincense, myrrh, so it is a very widely popular oil that is used quite a bit. And Cool Azul. So this is a pain relief cream. So this particular pain relief cream, it is for those muscles that can get sore as the belly gets bigger, or you can also use it for a natural soothing for body tenderness, body aches, exertion with exercise. And that is one of the main uses that this is advertised for, is for those exerted muscles after exercise. You feel the intense relief from it. It does have that cooling effect, so that's why it's the Cool Azul. And it also provides temporary relief of leg circulatory discomfort, so it also increases that blood circulation.
And Haley, I'm just wondering if Deep Relief would also have the same effect. And that's another pain relief item. Deep Relief is in a roller ball, so a little bit different way to apply it. So.
A little bit more convenient.
Yes.
Perfect. All right. So birth. So getting into this. So occasionally at the end of pregnancy, the baby is not aligned for delivery in a condition called breech. So a well-trained midwife, a doula, may use a drop of peppermint and a hand manipulation to get the baby to turn. If you begin to notice premature contractions, your health professional may suggest applying a little lavender on the belly to calm things down. To support labor in progress, this blend is applied neat or diluted to the outside of the ankles. To calm your emotions, consider diffusing or smelling a drop from a cotton ball of one of these essential oils. So, as I mentioned, so some of the oils that support prematurity is lavender, jasmine, and orange. For during your birth, some good supporting oils are fennel, clary sage, helichrysum, ylang ylang, and you would go and apply that into your ankles. And for fear or stress, you use peace and calming, frankincense, lavender, surrender, and stress away.
Those are all such great oils. I can't stress enough. Haley, when you become a mom, I hope you have your oils with you.
Oh, shoot. I know I'm going to need them. I've heard plenty of stories. All right. And then for that afterbirth, so for mamas, we get that, or they have that bladder voiding. So how you would go and support that is add a drop of peppermint to the toilet bowl and have the woman sit on it immediately. Rub 1 drop of eucalyptus over the bladder, and many midwives report success using one or the other of these oils. If a mom has previously used essential oils, dilution may not be needed. And Claridium spray. So this is a Young Living product, and it is so you can apply it to your vaginal area, so you can have some relief there. And Joy and Peace and Calming are also some great ones as well. You just inhale that, or you can apply it to your feet. And remember, great job, Mom. I can't imagine going through that.
Someday, but yeah,
Someday.
it's quite an experience. And like I said, just listening to all these products and oils, I so wish I had these back in my day when I was having children.
And then after birth for the baby, we can't forget about baby. So with this, you want to mix any of the oils of your choice below. So we do have frankincense and Mariah and Trauma Life, is that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Trauma Life. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. I haven't heard of that one before, so that one's a new one for me. And then you would go and mix your choice of oils with 30 drops to 1 ounce of natural lotion or the carrier oil, and apply 1 to 3 drops of the mixture as followed. So you would have your frankincense, apply a few drops and dilute to the head as an anointing oil. For the Trauma Life, you would apply a few drops with dilution on the crown of the head and the feet soon after birth, and especially in the birth, especially if the birth was traumatic. And with Mariah, you'd apply a few drops diluted, of course, with all of these, the body as an anointing oil with a lotion or carrier oil. Nursing. So let me make sure I got this. Yes. So if a mother's milk supply should begin to run low, using a couple drops of fennel is a great way to go and decrease lactation. You would go and apply it topically, or you can go and have it in your water or juice, and you would do that 2 to 3 times a day, and it should show a significant increase for many moms. It's just as effective in the oil form with 1 drop of a little bit of when you put 1 drop to your lotion, and if you apply it around the breastfeeding area, just make sure that prior to the next feeding session that you do go and wipe it down, so that way you don't have an annoying flavor. For decreasing lactation, so to decrease your supply, as I mentioned before, peppermint oil is a great way to do that. So how you do it is you can either smell it, or you can wear it on yourself, or you can ingest it. Another oil that some women found to go and work for them is clary sage, and you would just go and apply that one topically. So moms often get overwhelmed, especially after the first baby, and encountering temporary or occasional times of sadness, are often termed postpartum sadness or the blues. So some of the best oils that can go and help with those after birth blues is we got Progressions Plus Serum, Jasmine, Rose, Idaho Balsam Fir. So Progressions, goodness, I'll get this. plus serum. It has so many amazing benefits. I've heard it work so great for a lot of our Young Living team members. It is a great thing to go and use, especially to go and boost up your burst up or burst you get it, make you feel nice and shiny inside.
There you go.
And this is best applied topically to the skin, or of course you can go and put it in a diffuser, or you can go and inhale it directly.
All righty.
All right. So breast care. So occasionally while nursing or pumping, the breasts are not emptied completely, and this can cause your milk ducts to become clogged. And or if your breastfeeding is abruptly stopped, that can also cause a clog, and it can cause tenderness or heat and redness. A combination of a cool and or warm compress as well as foot baths may bring relief. So some of those oils that you want to go and put on that compress or into your foot soap would be geranium, lavender, and melrose, and that is our first blend we have. And you'd want to combine those oils in 1.5 pints of cold water, dip washcloth into the mix, squeeze out the excess water, and apply to the breasts where they feel hot, and add the cool compress. And then repeat as you frequently need it each hour and during the day. Another one is eucalyptus, eucalyptus globulus, or eucalyptus rhodita. So you would add you would add 5 drops to a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt to a basin of warm water and soak your feet, and repeat as frequent as you need during the hours. For reasons unknown, it just helps. How crazy is that?
That sounds pretty relaxing right about now, too.
Yes, and eucalyptus does have that kind of like the peppermint, that cooling sensation. A lot of people, like how I would go and describe it is the Vicks Vapor Rub, that, you know, that intense cooling smell that you get from it, that's eucalyptus. Of course, it's a little bit more of a mild form here because it's not meant to totally open up your airways, but it is a great oil to go and use for those feet that feel like they are just super swollen and hot. And last but certainly not least, we have Melrose. So you would apply a warm compress to the clogged milk duct, and you would do this after nursing, and you would wash your breast prior to the next nursing time. You baby don't like the taste of
I like the
essential.
flavor. Yep.
Yep. All right. So now that we have gone and talked about mommy, let's go and talk about the infants and kids here. So Young Living does have a multitude of kids products as well as a seedlings line, and we will go into that a little bit more later. But for infants and children, they may also enjoy the benefits of essential oils infused products. So there is a multitude of products from diaper ointment, natural options for everyday living, bath and body care, natural supplements, including vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. All right, and then baby soft skin. So, excuse me just one moment. Got to make sure I'm getting all the information for you guys. As Lucinda mentioned, there is a lot here, and I want to make sure we all get it. So, all right. So remembering our first rule, which is to research, is to be sure that you are picking the right oil for the right benefit. So you also be sure that you have diluted appropriately for the size and age of your child. So, for example, if you are 150 pounds, you would go and apply a couple drops to yourself. However, if you've got a child that is 10 or even 20 pounds, you wouldn't use the same amount to them. You would definitely go and use way less. And with that, you would want to go and for 1 drop, you would want to go and use 15 drops of a carrier oil. And that would be a minimum you would want to go and use for 1 drop. So make sure that you are properly diluting your oils and you're doing your research. And then as for this slide here, our baby soft skin. So Young Living does have a seedlings line that is for your little babies to keep their little tushes and their skins nice and soft and happy for the duration of while it's that nice and soft. So for the occasional diaper rash, boo-boo, and to improve the appearance of skin, apply topically as directed and desired. So first off, you would go and take the seedlings wipes, the baby wipes, and then you would apply the Kids Sense Owie, and that is already pre-diluted, and that is for the overall appearance of skin. And then you can apply that neat, or you can dilute it even more in the areas that you have concern with your child. And then Young Living also has the Seedlings Baby Lotion, which is a full body lotion for soft moisturizing skin. And of course, it doesn't contain any nasty fragrances or toxins. And then same with the diaper rash cream. And also we have the Lavaderm After Sun Spray. So this is for sun hot skin, minor cuts, scrapes, insect bites, and skin irritations.
Haley, I've been told that some adults in our groups that we're in use the Seedlings baby lotion as their hand lotion because they just love how it makes their skin feel. So that's the one good thing about Young Living products, even though it might be intended for kids, adults use it. Sometimes adults use some of the animal products on their skin. I like the Animal Sense ointment. It's awesome. It just keeps your skin so smooth, soft, and smooth.
And thank you for mentioning that too, Lucinda, because I've also heard that people use the baby wipes for removing their makeup because it's more gentle on their skin. So how fun and how cool. You can use all the Young Living products. They're not just for adults, just for kids, and just for babies. They can be used in a range and a rainbow of motions. So moving on, so we have lemon myrtle. So this is not a blend. It is a distinct plant species, and it is considered one of the most beneficial Melaleuca. There's a lot of big words.
Right.
Floral for the skin. So pretty much it's good for your skin. And it's twice as strong as the eucalyptus citridora and is 19.5 times critical goodness, citral alone. Goodness, this oil has got so many big things to it. And eucalyptus, just to let you guys know, there is multiple forms of it. So that's why it says eucalyptus and then these fancy words right behind it. And then you would also do a 1:100 ratio of the essential oils to a carrier, you can have 1:100 ratio of this essential oil to the carrier oil was found equally effective for the skin over Melaleuca.
I think it's Melaleuca.
Melaleuca. Excuse me.
A lot of fun language words tonight too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. There's a lot of new things I'm learning myself, so I apologize for my stuttering. But moving on, then we're going into digestion. So we all have those occasional upset tummies, constipation, loose stool, or other digestive related issues for the kiddos. So Young Living's got you covered with that. So we have the Tummy Jize that is from the Kids Sense line, Mighty Bites, and the Mighty Zymes. So with the Tummy Jize, you would apply neat or diluted to the lower abdomen and bottom of the feet. And again, this one is already pre-diluted, so adding the extra dilution is totally up to you. The Mighty Bites and the Mighty Zymes, they are supplements for children, and they are when they are eating solids, and it's used directed on the bottle. And I heard they taste really good and they're in gummy form, so it makes your kids want them even more.
Yum. Okay.
All right, and the occasional sniffles. So Young Living does offer a Kids Sense Sniffles. Again, it is pre-diluted for your kiddos. And with this one, with the dry air, areas with poor air quality, seasonal changes, there are many reasons for the occasional sniffles unrelated to illness. And we got you covered with the Sniffles here. So what you would do is either diffuse several drops about 15 to 20 minutes several times per day. Place 1 drop in each palm of the hand, add 5 drops of the carrier oil and stir, and apply to the upper back and cover with the shirt and swaddle to avoid strong smell. All right, and then the Kids Sense Sleep Easy. So we have it for moms, babies, and toddlers. It's not just for your kiddos. So with the mom, you will get the good night's sleep that you deserve and you've been looking for when your baby does. And then with your babies, you can go and diffuse 2 or 3 drops in the bedroom before putting the baby down for the evening. And then with your toddlers, you can apply 2 to 3 drops on the bottom of their feet at night and maybe 1 drop to the edge of their mattress.
This also comes in a roller ball, and I use this a lot on the bottom of my daughter's feet, and it helps her just get into that good night sleep mode.
All right, and then Consent Genius. So this one is for that kid at home that just needs a little extra boost, a little extra brain boost. So as your baby grows into a toddler, before you know it, it's time for school. So young minds often need additional focus and concentration as they learn new tasks and take on new projects. So give their creative minds an extra edge by diffusing several times without or throughout the day, especially when learning new skills. I also recommend while they're doing homework for the little bit older kids, it also helps with that kind of focus. For 2-year-olds and up, also swipe a little small scant drop across the forehead and on the base of the neck. So yeah, across the forehead and then the back of the neck. And then a scant drop. I've never heard that phrase before. I apologize. That's why I've kind of seemed a little awkward with it. But a scant drop leaves virtually no residue and concurrent. Oh, there you go. Certainly no drippings to get into the eyes.
Cool.
So with that, I would recommend you go and maybe just put it like on your thumb or like on just the tip of the bottle and just, there you go. And now getting into the seedlings for the babies. So as I mentioned before, Young Living also has a seedlings lines, which is specifically for infants. So they have a range and multitude, and it's a perfect line for your babies and those toddlers and young children.
There's so many items that Young Living has to support everybody's needs. So
Oh yes, never ending, I feel like. And then going and enjoying the outdoors. So Young Living also does have a insect repellent as well as a mineral sunscreen lotion and a Lavaderm after sun spray, which are all good for your kiddos as well. All right, so now I'm going to go and kind of talk to you guys a little bit about the Young Living starter bundle options that we have. So Young Living, if you're thinking about getting yourself started and you want to go and get a better bang for your buck, these starter bundles are a great way to do so. There is some CBD ones as well as some Ningxia ones, and then going along with our kids here and the babies, there is also one that has a little owl diffuser as well as the KidSense line, and you can go and get yourself started with that. And like I said, more bang for your buck.
right. And Haley, if you didn't know, these kits, they're priced about 40 to 50% below what you would pay if you were to buy each item separately. So like Haley's saying, the starter bundles are a great way to get the best value for your money.
So are you ready to get started? So how do you do that? So first off, you'll go to the Young Living website and you'll just go ahead and start shopping. And the ways that you can go and shop, so there's the good way, which is you can buy any products at retail price. There's the better way, you can buy 100 PV, and PV is point value of any combination of products and get a 24% discount for the first year. Or the best way, you can enroll in loyalty rewards with any products of your choice or more and receive 24% off for the year. And then after you've done your shopping, you'll go ahead and check out, add that referral ID of the person who maybe recommended you to this class or to the Young Living. Their number should be the persons who introduced you to Young Living. And then last but not least, you'll go ahead and check out the benefits of becoming a brand partner. So some of the benefits of becoming a brand partner is that you have multiple opportunities for earnings of bonus. You also get commission pay for referring people to Young Living. You have access to brand partner exclusive trainings. There's possible tax benefits for you, the opportunity to earn travel retreats, ready to share resources, and it has a supportive community who wants you to succeed. So it means that you go and get to choose your team. And the best part is you can purchase a business essentials kit for only $29.95, $30 just to get yourself started as a brand partner. And then also with so loyalty rewards. So the flexibility with loyalty rewards that you get all kinds of amazing things with it. So, sorry, one here. So you can go and put items in your cart and you can save them for later. You can also manage your loyalty rewards. So if for 1 month you decide that you don't want to go and get your or you don't need your lemon oil, you can go and put it on your next 3-month order, or your order 3 months from now, and you can go and get it then. You don't even have to think twice about it. You're also earning points so you can go and receive free products as well. And then there's also, you get to explore a multitude of products. And just to give you guys a rundown of why loyalty rewards is a way better option, or the better one and the winner in this, is with the loyalty orders, as you can see to the right with the lady with the thumbs up, the first column to the left with the loyalty orders, for the 3 consecutive months, you go and order 50 PV, you get 10% back. And then the next 3 months, you get 20% back. And then so on and so forth. So by the end of it, you've spent $600, but you've earned 105 points, plus you also got 4 free gifts out of it. Or you can go just, the regular cart orders. You can go and for the next 12 months, you can go and get up from 100 to 50 PV, just up here and there going and doing that, but you get 50 PV. But essentially you went and spent the same $600, but you got no points and no free gifts. So I'd say loyalty rewards is the obvious winner here. And just to let you guys know as well, there is a blue, oh no!
Are you okay, Haley? I will go ahead and finish out. I'm sure she's okay, but like she was gonna say, the blue flag, when you're shopping on the Young Living website, it does, your products that you can use those points to redeem on will have a blue flag, which identifies the products you can buy. So with Young Living, when you do shop, you do get to earn points based on the point value, and you get free gifts. If you do put that on your loyalty rewards, you get extra bonuses. So this month in August, you get 100 PV order, you get 10% back in loyalty reward points. At the 190 level, whether you're on loyalty orders or not, you are going to get patchouli and eucalyptus. So if you do put this on your loyalty rewards, you get a charcoal mask plus the points. 250 PV, you get Thieves Kitchen and Bath Scrub, Satin Facial Scrub, patchouli, and then the loyalty rewards exclusive. At the 300 level, you're going to get Super Bee and everything below. The one thing about all these gifts is they are accumulative. So when you get to the highest PV, you get everything underneath it. Young Living does have standard flat rate shipping. They have, this is good for up to 150-pound box. I don't know any place you can take and go send a box for $7.99 for 150 pounds. Or if you're in the Lehigh and Spanish Forks area in Utah, you can go and pick them up at the will call window. We do have some upcoming classes. Next week, our class is going to be on CBD. So come join us and learn about the science behind the CBD products. And Young Living does carry some of those. Our last class of the month is going to be Falling for Young Living. We do have an upcoming event this Saturday, a DIY. It's all about lavender, lavender love. The information is here on the screen. Take a screenshot if you need to. At that, we will be making lavender lemonade, lavender bath salts, and a lavender linen spray. So does anybody have any questions? All right, we'd like to thank you all for coming tonight. And if you do have any questions about any information on here, please reach out to the person who referred you to Young Living and gave you this information. So thank you for coming, and we'll see you next time.